Things are getting a little real, housewives around the White House. In one of the stranger sideshows to his presidency, President Donald Trump's first and third wives, Ivana and Melania, respectively, on Monday had a very public war of words, and his second wife, Marla Maples, is getting some shade out of the spat, to boot. Here's a breakdown, to promote her new book, Raising Trump, about parenting Trump's three eldest children. Ivana Trump gave a Monday interview to Good Morning America in which she made some comments sure to privately raise the hackles of the woman occupying the role of wife of Donald. "I'm basically first Trump wife. Okay," Ivana Trump said. "I'm first lady." She offered faux sympathy for Melania Trump, saying, "I think for her to be in Washington must be terrible." She had less subtle insults for her ex's second wife, Marla Maples. A showgirl was her epithet of choice. But instead of letting those slights ride, Melania Trump took a page out of her husband's playbook, the one that famously decrees he hit back harder at anyone who takes a swing. Her spokeswoman, Stephanie Grisham, dispatched a crisp response dismissing Ivana's remarks as attention-seeking from someone who just wants to sell books, and making clear that Melania Trump does not, in fact, hate her life in Washington, D.C. Mrs. Trump has made the White House a home for Barron and the President. She loves living in Washington, D.C. and is honored by her role as First Lady of the United States. She plans to use her title and role to help children, not sell books, Grisham's response said. And the coda is the real clapback. There is clearly no substance to the statement from an ex. This is unfortunately only attention-seeking and self-serving noise. The high-profile drama managed to get a double take out of even those of us numbed from the daily barrage of eye-popping headlines. We might have gotten used to a pugnacious president willing to take on nasty and personal public fights with NFL players and senators alike, but it's more unusual for the First Lady step into the ring. It seemed to surprise even Andy Cohen, the Bravo producer known for engineering table-overturning fights on the Real Housewife franchise. "This is actually happening," he tweeted. "All the wives are fighting. Even I am speechless. This all started innocently enough." Ivana Trump has a book to promote. Her new memoir drops in less than 24 hours, and she's doing a publicity blitz. In the midst of that storm, Trump revealed that she has a direct line to the White House and her ex-husband, but she doesn't use it lest the current Mrs. Trump get the wrong idea. "I don't really want to call him there, because Melania is there. And I don't want to cause any kind of jealousy or something like that, because I'm basically first Trump wife. Okay. I'm first lady," she said. But she feels for Melania Trump, she really does. "I think for her to be in Washington must be terrible," Trump said of the actual first lady. "It's better her than me. I would hate Washington." Hating Washington, however, does not preclude her ability to rule it with an iron fist, if she had the inclination, the former Mrs. Trump made sure to note. "Would I straighten up the White House in 14 days? Absolutely. Can I give the speech for 45 minutes without a teleprompter? Absolutely. Can I read a contract? Can I negotiate? Can I entertain? Absolutely. But I would not really like to be there. I like my freedom," Ivana Trump said, in what could also be perceived as a dig against Melania Trump. If all of this feels a little bizarre, that's because it is. At the very least, it's unprecedented to have a president with a living ex willing to weigh in publicly on the first couple. Widowers with second wives have occupied the White House, but other than Trump, there's been only one divorced president, Ronald Reagan, though his first wife, the actress Jane Wyman, was famously silent on her former husband throughout his political career. Divorced in 1948, Wyman revealed in a 1968 interview her reason for keeping quiet about Reagan, who by then was remarried to future First Lady Nancy Reagan. "It wasn't because she was bitter or disagreed with him politically," she said. "It's bad taste to talk about ex-husbands and ex-wives, that's all."